Hi, welcome to Wealth Mill Securities Weekly Market Wrap. It's always a joy for me to come before you and share about the market updates. This week we are shooting the weekend video from the CBD Belapur, that is Central Business District of Navi Mumbai, Belapur. You can see the lush green and a small waterfall, natural waterfall. You can see during monsoon season, it's look like we are all there in a hill station. This is where we live and this is where our corporate office of Wealth Mill Securities is located in this location. But today evening we are sharing from my home because of the lockdown restrictions. From some days I have been operating from my home. This week the markets were volatile and they were choppy. And Indian markets are completely, they were in a range bound. But what we observed during this week is Indian markets holding the Nifty level of 11,300 level. It came down in fact less than 11,300 level during the middle of the week, but they went above the 11,300 level. Currently it is around 11,400 level. It's, even though the market in the medium term, it looks tired, but the market trend is in an uptrend. That's what we are witnessing in the market. While going to the US markets, the Dow and the S&P 500 currently they are at the 50-day moving average, very important trading range for the US markets. While coming to the Nasdaq, it is trading because of the humongous rally that we witnessed in the FANG stocks and the technology stocks. Currently the Nasdaq index is trading around just below the 50-day moving average. So these indices are going to have a major influence on Indian markets. But one good advantage that's coming for Indian markets is when US markets are down in the middle of the night, when Indian markets opens the following day morning, if the Dow futures are up, Indian markets also going up. So Indian markets are currently taking the direction from the US markets, but what we are going to witness is there is definitely going to be a clear divergence between US markets and Indian markets in the days to come, because there is a flood of money that's going to get into the emerging markets in the days to come. So we are, because of the valuations of emerging markets are compelling at present, and emerging markets looks resilience in the longer term. So there is some significant amount of money that's been waiting on the sidelines to enter into emerging markets. So we expect India is going to take a major pie of that emerging market flow in the days to come. One of the other thing that came after the trading hours of Friday is a surprising circular from SEBI, and markets and the media has been buzzing, and the investors and traders were talking about this circular. The summary of this circular says the mutual fund multi-cap funds to invest in 25% in the large cap funds, 25% in mid cap funds, and 25% in small cap funds. Currently what we witnessed from beginning of 2018 was there is a big chunk of money that has been flooded into the large cap stocks, especially the fund managers and mutual fund industry. They have been chasing the few large caps, namely stocks like Reliance Industries in the recent past, and HDFC Twins, Bajaj Twins, Asian Paints. The market have witnessed a complete polarization that led the humongous rally in the large cap funds, whereas in terms of the valuations, in terms of the money flow into the small and mid cap stocks is concerned, it is very paltry, and we can see a big valuation divergence between the large cap stocks and the quality mid and small cap stocks. Of course, of late we have been witnessing some kind of movement in the mid and small cap space, but not as expected the rally is. Still there is a big divergence gap, of course, because mid and small cap stocks are always vulnerable to the market shocks, and also these stocks are considered predominantly as the high beta stocks. Now what the current SEBI circular says? The current SEBI circular says all the multi-cap funds where they have a highest exposure toward the large cap funds, they need to reduce their exposure to 25% and they need to diversify the rest of the money between the mid and small cap funds. So we can expect some rally in terms of the money flowing towards the mid and small cap in the days to come, and the mutual funds have a time till the 1st of Jan, so they can align their portfolios. In 2018, SEBI have categorically defined the definition of large and mid and small cap funds, and that started a blip, or that started a correction in mid and small cap stocks. Now SEBI come up with a circular again stating that and mandated the mutual fund managers and mutual funds to invest in the small and mid cap funds. So it is going to have a positive impact on the mid cap and the small cap stock. Of course, in our portfolio also we do have a good amount of weightage towards the mid and small cap stocks. But even though I am happy with the kind of circular, but SEBI as a regulator, it should not mandate the movements, or it should not mandate the money flow of the funds are concerned. SEBI as a regulator, it need to be a monitoring authority, but tomorrow we may expect SEBI to say or give a guidance to the fund managers to invest in specific stocks also, but it should not be the case. It should not be the move from the SEBI. Of course, it is encouraging, but SEBI should not intervene into the money fund flows into the stocks, because always the mutual fund manager or any fund manager should give a free hand to invest according to the fund objectives, what is defined in the mandates of the fund. It should not mandate the fund managers where to invest. Of course, the fund managers have been investing in a bunch of large cap stocks. That is their conviction, but it should not come from SEBI. That's what my opinion. Of course, we are also happy with the circular, but it should not. Tomorrow, if SEBI come up with an adverse circular, that impacts the fund flow. So it should be a free market always, as per the investment style and strategy is concerned. Yeah, while coming to the stock specific action is concerned, I would like to discuss with two stocks this week. One is Coal India. It is a public sector undertaking, and in Coal India, the government of India holds around 64%. The interesting story or interesting fact to look at Coal India is currently trading at all-time low levels. Its 52-week low or all-time low was 119 rupees. In terms of valuation, the currently stock is trading at 125 levels. It's a very compelling story, and it's a very stable business. As the stock is trading at all-time low levels and the valuations are compelling to invest in the stocks, we have been bottom fishing in Coal India. I'm sure once the lockdown restrictions are over, there will be a humongous, once the economy turns into a positive territory, there will be a demand for power, and especially in India, even though there are a lot of restrictions on the thermal and coal consumption also concerned, but India is ultimately depends upon coal, and 80% of our energy comes from the coal, thermal power. So Coal India is a major player in the coal production. It owns majority of coal reserves in India. So Coal India is going to be a key beneficiary in the days to come. We have been buying Coal India at the bottom of the levels for investment, and I'm sure in the next 6 to 8 quarters, Coal India can give good returns, and it's a high dividend yield company also. Of course, currently dividends are taxable, but it is a safe stock to enter at the current valuations. The other stock we are advocating investors to accumulate at these levels is Quick Heal. Quick Heal is one of the cyber security company in India with very good fundamentals and the quality of the management and their products. Quick Heal gives the complete safety for the PCs and also to the their enterprise model also doing well, very well, and the company is holding around 250 crores cash on their balance sheet. Very strong company. It is while we are interacting with the vendors of cyber security. Quick Heal is a very strong company in terms of they have very strong product portfolio for the cyber security is concerned. As in the lockdown and in the days to come, people are going to work from home. There will be a greater emphasis will be given to cyber security aspects. Every PC is going to have a cyber security. Of course, there are some free softwares, but Quick Heal have a very good product basket, and also if there is any cyber attack on any of the PCs, the backend services and the support received from Quick Heal is very good. That is the feedback we are getting in the market. The stock is trading at a decent valuations currently. If you have a time frame of 2 to 3 years, the stock can give a multiplier to your portfolio. So these are the stocks we are advocating investors to do a bottom fishing at these levels. Coal India and Quick Heal Technologies. The strategy at present the investors need to have is, while the market were coming down in the month of Feb and March, people were apprehensive and people were anxious the market is going to go to the bottom level. Now after 6 months, the stock markets across the globe, they are trading at a high levels and a positive territory. Now most of the retail investors are, even HNI investors and institutional investors also, they are waiting for the valuations are at a high end, whether this is the right time to invest or not, they are again confused. So this confusion will be there always in the market. There is always something to worry in stock markets. There will not be a single day where we can say everything is right, everything is okay, we can jump and buy stocks. Always market is complex, it moves on different moving parameters, geopolitical issues, the issues currently cropping up in Indo-China border, that's going to have a major impact on the market. If the tensions further escalates, of course the governments are sorting out, even though some kind of debriefing is also happening, but we need to wait and watch this concern, and also global cues, the economy, all these things plays a very vital role in terms of the overall index movement of the market. But what we believe is, if you have a stock specific move like what I shared about the companies like Coal India, Quick Heal Technologies, they are at a compelling stories and the valuations are very attractive. If we enter into those kind of compelling themes in the longer term, definitely irrespective of the market conditions, we can create wealth to our portfolios irrespective of the market conditions. We need to worry about if you have a momentum peak in your portfolio, that is the time we need to be more, or if you have an open trading position in your portfolio, that is the time we need to bang our head what's happening across the globe. But if you have a solid theme, solid business models in your portfolio, it doesn't matter how these moving parts are, which way they are moving. So as far as India is concerned, we believe as the lockdown restrictions are eases further, we will come back to the growth trajectory in the days to come. So try to be a stock specific stock picker in this market and believe in the theme and story of that particular stock, and what level you are entering in that particular stock is extremely important. The price what you are paying for the growth is extremely important in the current market conditions. This is all with me this week. Hope you all enjoyed the market updates and also enjoyed the natural beauty of Navi Mumbai. Thank you.